Namaste and welcome to today's guided practice. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Rae and I'll be guiding you through this digestion flow. So let's start in a comfortable seated position. Let's just take a few deep breaths to recenter and come back to our bodies. You can place your hands on your belly, just sending some healing energy, helping to aid in digestion here. Inhale, arms sweep up by your ears, and then exhale, twist over towards the right. Inhale slowly brings you back to center, and then exhale, twisting over towards the other side. So we're going to move through a lot of twists during this, just as a warning. Twists are really great for digestion. And inhale, arms lift back to center. Exhale, plant your palms on the earth, rock and roll up into a tabletop position. So coming onto all fours, inhale, belly lowers, gaze lifts, and then exhale, chin comes to chest, arch your spine back into space. So let's move through a few cat-cows here. And we'll head to an Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You can start to pedal out your legs here, just getting this stretch along the backs of your legs. We'll move through some spinal rolls. So inhale is gonna roll you forward into a plank. And then exhale is gonna roll you back into a downward facing dog. So taking this at your own pace, really getting your neck involved too. So just really coming into these deep rolls all throughout your spine. Inhale pulls you forward, exhale pulling you back. All one fluid motion. Great, we'll take one more round wherever you are, and then we'll meet in that downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the earth and coming back into that tabletop. Right leg's gonna come in between your hands, left palm plants on the earth, coming into a deep low lunge twist here. So we're gonna kind of build off of this. This is going to be the most supportive option with your back leg lowered and your back toe untucked. You could come up to a tall spine, so teeing your arms here. If you want a more challenging, you can go ahead and tuck your toes, lift your knee, and we'll build on this one more time. So if you would like, you can start to add in a little bit of motion here, twisting to the left and then inhaling back to center. Exhale, twisting over towards the right. So really, whichever level you would like, please go ahead and take. You don't have to be following what I'm doing on the screen at all. Any form of low lunge twist is going to be very supportive here. Okay, whichever version you took, let's start to release this. And then we'll set up for the other side. So inhale, your left leg's gonna step in between your hands. And then exhale, right palm plants on the earth, coming into that twist again. So left arm spirals up towards the sky. So this is gonna be the most supportive. We'll go ahead and build off of this. So you could tuck your toe, lift your knee, coming into that form of a twist. You could sit upright, or you could start to add in a little bit of that movement like we did on the other side. So please take whatever version is best for you, knee down or knee up. This is all about your body, so you do not need to compare yourself to anyone else. Whichever low lunge twist you need right now, please take. And wherever you are, we'll all go ahead and meet back in that tabletop. And then from tabletop, you can start to slide yourself forward, coming onto your belly. We're setting up for Sphinx pose. So your elbows will hug in towards your body. You'll inhale, head's gonna lift, heart's gonna pull forward. Nice, beautiful stack here. Shoulders are stacking on top of your elbows. Forearms are rooted into the earth. Inhale, take a deep breath. And exhale, start to lower. Taking a rest here, maybe shifting your hips back and forth, just releasing this, letting this go. Starting to gently press yourself back up into that Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And we'll go ahead and walk yourself footprint by footprint to the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold Uttanasana. Option to come into a bind if you'd like to take ragdoll pose, connecting opposite hands to opposite elbows. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeps you up. And then exhale, sit back for chair pose. So we're going to come into a chair twist. So palms are going to meet at heart center. Take a breath in. And then exhale, start to twist over towards the right side. Now I'm going to show a few options. So this is going to be the most gentle. One hand's coming onto your glute, one hand's coming onto your thigh. If you'd like something more intense, you're going to come from that prayer and then hook your elbow onto your leg. You also can start to spread open your arms, kind of like you're flying here. So we have a few options. Pick whichever one you feel is most comfortable for your body. And we'll start to release this. Inhale, coming back up to center. And then exhale, sit back for chair again. Inhale, prayer, palms at heart center. And then exhale, twisting over towards the left. So you could take that little bit of a gentler option here, or you can hook your elbow onto your leg, and you could even open up your arms here. Whichever twist is going to help you. And we'll slowly come back to center. Let's release this with a forward fold again. And then we'll start to walk back into that downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the earth. Sit your hips to your heels, Balasana, child's pose. Starting to roll yourself up out of this and then gently making your way onto your back or setting up for Apanasana. So hug your knees in towards your chest. Your hands are going to come onto your knees. So inhale, press your knees away from you. And then exhale is going to pull your knees in close to your body. So just taking a few of these at your own pace, releasing any gas that you need to that comes from this pose. Hug your knees in towards your chest, and then knock your knees over towards the right side, coming into a supine twist. If it feels comfortable in your neck, you can look your gaze in the other direction. Your shoulders are going to be rooted onto the earth. Your arms are either in a cactus or a T position. And then slowly start to help your knees over towards the other side. Again, maybe your gaze looks in the opposite direction. Your shoulders are rooted onto the earth, cactus, or T in your arms. And slowly start to make your way back to center. We'll take a few more of that Apanasana. So just inhaling, pressing your knees away from you, and then exhale, bringing them back to your chest. So for our final asana, we'll come into legs up the wall. So if you're near a wall, start to head over towards there now. If this doesn't work for you at any point, just come into Shavasana. So the easiest way to get into this is bringing either side of your glutes closest to the wall and then allowing your legs to sort of swing up, trying to get yourself as close as you can to the wall. If you want to prop your hips up on a blanket or anything like that, it could be more helpful. And whenever you're in your final position, you can just start to take a few breaths here, allowing yourself to relax into the space, relax into your mat. We did a lot of twisting today, so sending some gratitude to your body and for your digestion. Digestion is something that occurs. We don't even need to do any work. Our body just does it naturally for us. I will leave you here for the remainder of the class. Please feel free to stay for as long as you need. Thank you so much for joining me and for showing up today for yourself and your body. Namaste.